Hi. Okay. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I think will be able to help you if you're actually struggling during this time, during the pandemic, or if you're having some sort of like a business issue or something like that. I think this topic today is really going to be able to maybe help you a little bit. So the thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was this concept of creating or competing versus creating. And the reason why I think it's important is because I think a lot of us have been told since we were young that life is kind of all about competing with other people if you want to succeed. And what's happening is that I think today we're feeling a lot of anxiety. We're afraid about what can go wrong. Some of us have been laid off. Some of us we're not sure if we're going to be able to find work again. Some of us have had to change the way we're doing things, and we're not too sure if we can actually continue to do the things in this new way. And then some of us, we feel like the job that we used to have is actually not going to be in demand anymore, or maybe we won't be in demand anymore. So we're struggling a little bit, and we don't really know what to do. And again, this is creating a lot of fear and anxiety. So I wanted to talk to you about this concept of creation versus competing, because I think it's a very good solution, and it might help you if this is kind of what you're experiencing. So one of the things that, again, we've been told since we were very young is that if we want to succeed, we got to compete with other people. Okay, and if we have this attitude that we got to compete with other people, I believe what happens is it creates a little bit of a cutthroat attitude. And we can see this in the business world. We can see companies trying to steal clients from other people, from other businesses, and they're all kind of trying to get as much business and while hurting other people or other organizations. I can see this happening in schools where students don't want to share information with other students because they want to get the best grades, so they hoard onto this information and they don't share it with other people. Then I can see this even in voluntary positions where people don't want to help other people maybe get recognition or get any limelight because they don't want other people to get the recognition. So what happens is that I think that this causes a big problem, okay? And I think it's a big problem because it's based around a scarcity model, okay? And the scarcity model basically means that what we have isn't enough, okay? So we're always thinking that we don't have enough. And as a result of this, what happens is we start taking action which makes the world less prosperous, and at the same time we're also hurting other individuals for our own sake. So I think this can get us in trouble. So I think what we want to do is get away from this whole scarcity model, okay? And if we start thinking of it in a different way, we'll have a lot more success. And if we don't get out of the scarcity model, I think this is what's going to happen, okay? I think what's going to happen is that we're going to rob the world of our gifts. We're going to rob others of of helping them. So we're going to hurt other people in the process. And then it's also going to keep us struggling, okay? And it's going to keep us struggling because what's going to happen is we're always going to be focusing on lack and what is going to go wrong and what's not going to go well, okay? And I think we need to get out of this mindset, especially now during this pandemic. If we really want to be successful and create a more happy and more fulfilling future or destiny for ourselves, what we need to do is we need to start thinking of creating and having a more of an abundance approach versus competing, which is all about scarcity. Okay, so how do we do this? So what we want to do, I think, is we want to start thinking about building things that we would love to do, building things that we would love to create. And if we can just focus on that, then we put our energy and our focus on the possibilities. We start thinking about all the great things that could happen. We start thinking of all the other people who are starting to benefit from our gift. And we actually start to make the world a bit better for other people. And I think when this happens, it's a better way to function because it starts to increase our mental health, like improve our mental health. It starts to make us feel more excited, more motivated, more confident in ourselves. And then also what happens is that we wake up more excited because we get to do things that we really want to do. Now, the thing I want to mention here is that if we start thinking this way, we're not going to see results right away. Okay, we won't see the results right away, but the results will come. And man, when they come, they're going to come well. Okay, so you got to be patient. But if you start thinking this way, then what ends up happening is we can start not only making the world a better place, but we can actually start making our lives better as well. Why? Because we're doing the thing that we love to do. Okay, so it's all good in theory. So how do we actually do this thing? So I'm going to give you some steps on how I think you could do this. So the first thing is I would start kind of making a list of the things that you love to do. So what are things that you would love to do? And don't worry about getting paid, but what are some things that you would love to do? And if you can figure out what these things are, and maybe you pick one of them, and you just get happy doing this thing, do it. Just do it. And as you're doing it, start sharing it with other people. Okay, so when you share it with other people, what'll happen is you'll keep doing it and you'll get better at it, and you'll get better at it, and you'll get better at it, and other people will see what it is that you do. And eventually, you'll become one of the best at that thing that you do. And when that happens, is that other people won't be able to compete with you because they don't have the same skills, they don't have the same gifts that you do. And then what ends up happening is you end up creating this competitive advantage, and so other people won't be able to kind of compete with you. So that's kind of how you separate yourself from the crowd. But what's really important here is that you're actually creating a good and solid future for yourself, because you're doing something that only you can do really well. And when that happens, then other people really won't be able to do that thing as well as you do. And because you're sharing it with other people, now you're getting a lot of recognition for your talent. Okay, and this is how you can actually start building a future for yourself that you're going to love and be proud of. So I thought I'd give you some examples. So here's one example. So let's say you're an artist. Okay, let's say you like to draw, right, or paint or something like that. Keep doing it. Keep drawing, keep painting, and then what'll end up happening is start sharing it with other people. Like, just start sharing it. And when you start sharing it, people will look at it and they'll be like, wow, this is really good. And you keep working on your craft, getting better at it and getting better at it. And then maybe eventually, which I think will happen, other people will ask for more of your paintings. Other people may want to pay for these paintings. And eventually you'll create a niche for yourself where people will know what it is that you can do. And you're making their lives better because they love your paintings. And eventually you could start actually generating a little bit of a business this way, and you could start helping yourself make higher levels of income. You feel happier every day because you love the thing that you're doing, and you're benefiting the world by sharing your talent, and other people are happier and they're loving what it is that you're giving to them. Another example, let's say you're a chef. Let's say you love to cook. Okay, well, start cooking the things that you love to do and share it with other people. And eventually what's going to end up happening is people will start coming back to you for your food and your recipes and things like that because they can't get it anywhere else. Okay, so now you've created your own niche, and now you're the master of that that domain. You know, like that's your thing. Let's say you love having your own business. Okay, so if you love having your own business, then maybe you get better at learning how businesses function. You get better at marketing. You learn more things about sales. You learn how to deliver products better, deliver services better, and then you share this knowledge with other people. And then what ends up happening is not only do you help other people, you make the world better because now you're teaching other people how to get their businesses up and running, but now all of a sudden you could actually start being a consultant to other organizations and other businesses as well. Okay, so I thought these would be really some good examples. I actually don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I don't really see any questions. But I just thought I'd share this with you because I think it's pretty important stuff, and I think that maybe we can use it to sort of make the situation better for ourselves and kind of get through this difficult time. Okay, so we'll talk to you soon. And again, I would answer questions, but I don't really see any, so maybe I'm not doing it correctly. I will just check. No, I don't really see any questions yet. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk to you soon, and have a great day, and all the best, and I hope you're happy and you're safe during this pandemic time. Okay, bye-bye.